So the question is, how does a company like mine compete in a global environment where product from China and India and Europe are crashing on our shores?
And they're dumping product by having government subsidies to Chinese products that are often then subsidized so that they can put guys like you out of business and they'll own the entire market. That's what a lot of Americans don't understand, William. It's frustrating to me.
That's absolutely correct, but there's probably an even more important point about the product, and that is that our own government is making it more difficult for us to compete.
How are they doing that?
The example I give is our tax policy. President Obama is making the rounds, telling small business people like myself that he's going to help us out by increasing our taxes. The only way that we compete, Governor, is by investing in equipment. If the wage rates are lower in China and steel costs the same, electricity costs the same, the only way that I can be in business and pay my men more is if I have better equipment. The only way to have better equipment is to continually invest. The only way to continually invest is to be profitable. And to the extent that the government removes profit from small companies like mine, we are unable to invest in new equipment, capital accumulation decreases, wage growth decreases, and we're much less competitive on a global scale.
Now, there are a lot of big businesses that seem to do okay. GE didn't pay any taxes at all. So really big corporations are finding ways to be multinational. They can get accountants and lawyers to help, circumvent the complexities of the tax code. As a small business operator, do you get to do those things?
When President Obama came to Hatfield, Pennsylvania, which is a few miles down the street about a week ago, it was covered by all the press outlets, as it should be. The reason I'm on your show today is because we had tried to have a similar event in my plant, showing why the president's plan would be ineffective. There was almost no press coverage at all. Your point is exactly correct. Big business has the lobbyists and the lawyers. Small business has absolutely nothing except the press outlet. And the story that you're telling, that small business doesn't have representation, is a story that needs to be heard by the American people, because we cannot compete if our own government is one of the biggest obstacles to our success.
You even talk about this, William, as not just a financial issue, but a moral issue. Explain to all of us how this is a moral issue.
I had the good fortune of living and working overseas, so I've seen how other people live. One of the best things about living overseas is you get to appreciate what America is. And America is a unique place. America's is a unique government. Our government is the only one in the history of man which was formed with a single idea in mind, and that was to protect the citizen's right and the citizen's pursuit of happiness. The government's purpose, the government's end, was the citizen. Was the citizen. It's no longer the citizen. Now, the citizen has become a means of government. And let me explain what I mean. President Obama has an idea of national health care, which may be a very compelling idea. But his dream of health care is not my dream. And yet President Obama is using the force of government, the coercive power of the federal government, to compel not just me and you, but every single American in this country to fund his dream. This is not the purpose of the American government.
Well, William, what I can tell you is this. If somehow you decide that business is no longer profitable and you decide to sell the company, would you make a promise to me on this show? I want you to run for Congress, and I'll come help you, because you make a lot more sense than a lot of the folks that are making the decisions. And I hope more people will pay attention to folks like you who are in business. Thank you.
I will do that.